if you know me, you know that I'm quite a fan of the Korean StarCraft League, as I am bringing you a wonderful ZVP over here between our Red Zerg, Talon Esports' Dark, and none other than the Korean Protoss here, a ReBellioN, an up-and-comer as far as I know. GG's. Thank you once again, Winter, for actually allowing me to cast this. It was a wonderful stream, I have to say. And we also got a bit of a raid here at the end of with the Cranky Ducklings. So I am bringing you a wonderful series here, as we had a hatch block, and this one is a banger. That's all I'm gonna say. And let's just put it that way. It's a banger. You gotta trust me on this one. I'm pretty sure you trusted me before, and you're gonna trust me even more after this, because I'm going to try and bring you banger after banger after banger. We have a bit of a straight one gate expand opener versus the hatch gas pool opener with the natural on the third, because there was a bit of a hatch block here. ReBellioN trying to do a bit of mineral harassment here. Let's see if Dark is going to handle it properly. Dark is known to be a bit sloppy, I'd say. Sometimes he loves to get supply blocked here and there. He just sometimes doesn't pay attention to his overlords. Small things like this, and he still finds a way to actually win those games and just try to do some crazy plays. Has the killer instinct, so all good for Dark. I'm waiting on that third base, to be exact. Let's see. So the new thing that I actually saw is people mining out these minerals in the center instead of the minerals here, because this is quite expected, I'd say. And the center is probably a bit harder to scout. So yeah, we are going to see how Dark handles this whole shenanigan. Speed is on the way. He actually pulled out the gas, so quite nice here. Has the third base coming up. Two links are actually not going to go in, so no scout there. ReBellioN is going to go for the Stargate. Super standard opener here. And we have a bit of a creep tumor being placed down at the third location, just so you can link the bases and all that good jazz. I kind of want to emphasize that Dark is not actually rushing into any kind of tech, so so far he is not planning anything super aggressive. Speed is gonna finish right now. Pretty much standard time for everything, so this adept should not be able to do anything except for scouting. Just gonna put this adept here. This is quite a decent spot, because you can only attack it from two sides if you position it correctly. It's gonna send it back. Looks at the timer and potentially knows that Dark is known to go out on the map. Doesn't see these links though, so it's gonna be quite interesting for ReBellioN. He has no pylon here. The adept could get tucked in between the pylon, between the mineral lines. Pylon goes down right now. It's gonna have the adept right in between. And we have some creep threats, so a bit of a creep highway comes up, and we have a roach warren coming up, and the second gas, oh actually third gas, so 2 extra gases, no lair. So that means one thing, and potentially one thing only. I won't say it's one thing only. It could be just a later lair timing. It's still in sort of the standard timing time zone or time frame, as Glaive has started for ReBellioN. 2 oracles will move across the map, sees that there is a bit of a creep set here. Okay, he's gonna get rid of that creep tumor. He's gonna keep that oracle. Actually, it's not going to deactivate. Sorry, it's gonna deactivate pulsar beam. We're gonna drop a revelation here, and look at this. Oh, okay, Dark moving all of his stuff. So, as I said, it could mean one thing, and one thing is certain here, that Dark is preparing for a queen walk with Roach. Potentially a couple of Ravagers and Lings. There we go. Roach, Ravager, Ling, Queen. coming up here for Dark. There is a single shield battery. There's no other static defense. Glaive is not going to be the biggest factor here. Maybe Dark saw whatever he had to see there. Another Ravager will be morphed in. Gonna try and deplete the shield battery. Okay, this is looking mighty tough for ReBellioN. He doesn't know what's coming towards him. He's going to potentially see this. He's gonna see the creep highway though, and he's gonna suspect it, but this is gonna be too late. Oh, Bio's going down. He should unpower this this pylon. That could be enough to unpower the battery as well. No battery overcharge anymore. It was used, and Dark is looking to take a swift game number 1. Let's see. Okay, Link doesn't proc the stasis trap, but this is plenty enough stuff for Dark here. Oh, a couple of bios. 2 probes have fallen so far. Dark is on 33. If ReBellioN could somehow, some way actually hold this. Oh, and he's having... Okay, Sister Trap is decent. He has some chances. Let's see if he has anything else to warp in. But Glaive Adepts are not going to be enough to cut it here. And I believe Dark has too much as he's overwhelming our Protoss player in the bottom left side at the 3rd base. It's going to take down the 3rd base and potentially... Yeah, Dark is not actually transitioning out of this. He is committed well to this this push over here. More roaches in production. Potentially even more more stuff, but it's not gonna matter too much as Dark takes game number 1. I guess the rumors are true. The rumors are true indeed. So we actually have a banger over here upon our hands. If game number 2 and number 3 will be the same, then I'm pretty sure we're going to have a whole thing. I'm gonna have a bit of a nice action. And I think we nailed the upset series. Now the question is, what kind of upset do we have here? What is this whole thing? That's our question. Anyways, let's see how game number 2 is gonna turn out. Game number 2 is gonna be played on side Delta as we are looking at the main hatchery of our Red Zerg player. He's taking a bit of a queen walk. It is Dark from Talon Esports. Going up against our blue Protoss in the top left side. This is none other than ReBellioN. Alright, so let's see how this whole thing pans out. ReBellioN looks to go for the same one, gate expand. Let's see if that is going to be the case. No hatch block for now. I have a bit of a... This is quite interesting. Wait a second. Okay. So I just made sure that we actually have the right map, because I figured that there's another map for this game, but by the looks of it, we have a Nexus first, ladies and gentlemen. Nexus first with a no scout. Oh, okay. A Forge. Is this gonna be a cannon rush? Is this gonna be a cannon rush? That is my question. Now this is quite interesting. We have everything standard on the side of Dark, but by the looks of it, this is looking to be a cannon rush. Like, okay, this is a cannon rush. 100% cannon rush, ladies and gentlemen. We arrived at the banger. Is this gonna be what I think it is? Is this gonna be... okay, I'm quite curious. Ooh, alright. Okay, starts another pylon over here and potentially gonna drop 2 cannons. Does he have the money? Doesn't have the money for it, so single cannon for now is gonna cancel and potentially gonna drop a second cannon. Okay, another pylon. Oh, he's gonna tuck the cannon in right, and nice over there. Okay, 2 cannons on the low ground. Let's see how Dark actually handles this. He's gonna go for a roach horn, but no second gas, so he's not making speed, of course. He's making 2 queens. And let's see if we can actually handle this properly. We have the pylon regenerating shield. And this is somewhat of a banger right now because we are looking at a sort of interesting and wild game upon our hands, as we have ReBellioN going for Nexus first and then going for a cannon rush as well. So this reminds me of Rocker, to be honest, if you ask me. Okay, let's see. Queen is not going to fall for sure. It's going to throw down a creep tumor just to make sure that there is some creep over here. And I'm quite curious what is going to happen here. Is that queen actually moving across the map? No. For a moment I felt like it's gonna move across the map. And let's see these roaches. Maybe one. Okay, never mind. It's not gonna go down. Okay, broodlings are going to try and focus down this pylon, but that's not going to be the case. Queen starts to work on this pylon, the high ground. Ravager is being morphed, but one roach has already fallen. Let's see. This egg is not gonna finish up, that's for sure. Okay, we have the second gas as well. Roach and Queen will deal with this. We have a Zealot in the wall. We have the Cybercore finishing up, so... run, Queen, run! Indeed. Okay, so Dark is on one base. And he's potentially going to try to actually take the natural once again. And potentially going to try to take a third base behind that. That wouldn't surprise me, not even the slightest. But the problem is, Dark knows by these timings that this is a Nexus first, so... Oh, this is what I've been talking about. Dark is a tad bit sloppy when it comes to Overlord positioning, and he almost lost this Overlord. Despite being probably, like, I'd say third best Zerg in the world right now. I'd say he actually has quite a few mistakes that can be punished and sometimes are punished, but not all the time. So he somehow gets away with this. If I get supply blocked for 30 seconds in a game, I'm already like worrying about losing the game. Obviously, Dark has has that killer instinct, knows when to actually go for something. Just like now, he's like, he knows that these Ravagers are actually vulnerable to the Stalkers, but he has those two roaches quite close enough, but not as close to get spotted by ReBellioN. So anyways, natural will finish up as well as what I said. A bit later though than I expected it, but he's gonna go for that third base. So still in the double expand category. Zerg is a bit behind in supply. Of course, he has a tad bit of an advantage in the army supply, but that is not going to matter that much as ReBellioN goes for the +1 as well. If you have the Forge, might as well just use it. If you have the Roach, might as well, you should use it, and Dark just used it in the best way possible just to clean up that whole thing. So Dark will try to play from behind and not sacrifice anything more. Now, what I actually... I talked with Abater, and I believe he mentioned something that he's heard it from Light, a 5k Zerg on the EU server. So apparently if you take the third and get away with it, it is better. Now obviously there is a danger that you cancel your hatch, a lot of cannons are not being thrown up, and just, you know, you get a cancel on the natural hatch, you take the third, and then you just get cannon rushed on the third as well, and then you have nothing left. So you need to make sure that the third is safe to be taken. As Dark is gonna try to clean up these adepts. Okay, nicely done here. Potentially. So what we've seen here is just moving the units a bit back. Is if ReBellioN finished the Shade, it doesn't want to show how many roaches, how many links he has, you know, just a couple of them. And once he runs up, he could just bounce on him and then instantly go for like a counter attack or something like that. There's a lot of Stalkers. +1 is finished, and we have another gateway coming up, so gateway number 6. ReBellioN actually has a super decent economy. It's still a bit behind in actual army supply, but Obviously, if he survives with the help of shield batteries, cannons, all that good jazz, then he will have a really decent chance. Creep is actually spreading towards the center of the map. That will allow reinforcements to come up a bit faster. Is there battery overcharge? There's no battery overcharge. Oh, that could actually be an issue here for ReBellioN. It's gonna actually get rid of that double static defense setup. And now Dark is looking to actually destroy this third base. Does he have enough here? A couple of these Ravagers are bruised already, but it's not going to matter too much. Probes are being saved. That is the correct call from ReBellioN. More Stalkers and Zealots being worked in. If he can hold out, then probably +2 is going to be a big timing for ReBellioN. Let's see, does he have enough, or anything, so to say, anything worthy of splash damage, to be called splash damage? Not yet. So yeah. So what Dark did is basically just, you know, go for a safe option. Now, what I hate about that response with the Roachhorn is sometimes Protoss just goes into Stargate, right? And the Roaches don't shoot up. Now you have 150 minerals wasted on Roachhorn. You have a couple of Ravagers that cost a lot of gas. Roaches also cost a lot of gas. Like a Ravager costs 100 gas. That could be the lair, that could be speed, that could be Hydroden. It could be a lot of things. So obviously you have to take another gas. You need to manage to pull out and back into gas whenever you have to. Can you make drones? Should you make Anidus? So it's quite difficult to deal with the cannon rush. Let's see if Dark can actually handle this amount of Stalkers, as we have a Prism as well. We have 6 gateways and 2, well, actually 1 more is going to finish, so 7 gateway pressure over here. ReBellioN is close to supply blocking, but he supply blocked Dark, and that is going to be the bit of sloppiness over here. I suppose it's kind of difficult to actually get rid of that Overlord in order to not have anything. Oh, nice fungal here by Dark. So the Infestor will prove useful. Let's see. Second fungal is actually decent, but it's not a lot of Stalkers that fall. And this looks like ReBellioN can just push through. Another supply block here on the side of Dark, and he's gonna have a bit of an issue here. He's gonna on supply block for a moment, but he doesn't have so much oversupply. Queen is in danger. Lots of Roaches are being pushed out, but is this gonna be enough? 14 Roaches, another set of Roaches, actually 10 actually popped at the other moment, and we have another 9 in production. The problem is these Roaches are not actually popping at the same time, so it is going to be quite difficult, and the Protoss is still winning. The Protoss is still winning with those Warpins. He has more army supply. Beautiful blink back on the side of ReBellioN. Eats a couple of bios, but is that going to be the end of the game for him? No, that is a resounding no. He's close to sniping. Oh, he actually snipes that Infestor. And these are a couple bruised Roaches. Roach Ravager is not going to be that great against someone who can blink micro properly. There's the WW, which is the GG. And ReBellioN starts the comeback on this upset. Beautifully done here. Nice job by ReBellioN. Actually, I'm quite surprised how well this turned out. I mean, you saw it. Nexus first into a cannon rush. Nexus first into a cannon rush. Like, people like Rocker are grinning from ear to ear. That's for sure. Now, this was such a fun game. This was such a fun game to see. And the third map is going to be Oceanborn. So, first of all, we actually confirmed that this is indeed a best of 3. And yeah, we have Oceanborn as our third one. Okay, I'm curious. Will we see another cannon rush? Oceanborn is quite famous for that one specific cannon rush that even Hearthstone did. Okay, so score is 0-1 to 1. Alright. Okay, so third map, Oceanborn. As we load up into it, in the top left side, we have none other than Talon Esports' Dark going up against the superstar of the day so far, as ReBellioN managed to take a quite exciting game. And let's see if this is going to be something of the same. So ReBellioN is sending a probe across the map. This is going to be to deny the hatchery. It's going to be a hatch block. Dark obviously just knows this and, you know, sends the drone instantly to the third base. Gonna make more drones. Gonna go up to 18. Gonna take... Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, no. Okay. Third... you know what? It had to be. This series wouldn't have been actually what it is if this is not happening. So I'm curious. So this means one thing. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. This is indeed... Oh, that's beautiful. Yes! Hatchery. The bonjour hatchery, actually. The greeting hatchery, you know. Let's see what we are going to have here. 5 pros are being pulled. Do we have a zealot? Doesn't look to be a zealot here so far. The probes are starting to work on this. 6 probes right now. As the cybercore comes up as well, these 6 probes could be quiet enough. No zealot required. These should be able to out DPS this hatchery. Now let's see how much this nexus is going to be delayed by. Second pylon is on the way. Nova Wolfen, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so is this blocking the nexus though? Wait, it doesn't block the nexus. Oh, okay. Quite wild. Hello, hello. Welcome, raiders. Everybody's raiding the rodent nowadays. Thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much once again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was DK? How was the DK weekly? Who won? I'm curious, as we have a wild series between Dark and ReBellioN. So Dark, Queen walked ReBellioN. Oh, of course, of course. No, no doubts, no doubts, not at all, never ever, never doubt amateur. So Dark actually Queen walked ReBellioN in the first game. Then ReBellioN played Nexus first into a counter rush on side Delta. And now we have a bonjour hatch here on the side of Dark. That was the beginning of this whole thing. And I'm quite curious. Okay, charge. All right. Oh, this is looking spicy once again. This is this is a really, really awesome thing. Yes, indeed. It is a... What MMR is this? What do you mean, what MMR is this? What do you mean, what MMR is this? ReBellioN is 5.8, 5.9k, something like that. All of those things are stuff I see with this Bronze Heroes. Yeah, Bronze Hero League stuff. I mean, Dark is known to have wild games, right? And ReBellioN, of course, ReBellioN is the underdog here, but actually, ReBellioN as a lower MMR player. I walk by spawn host instead of minusing them. Do I get some sort of honorable Zerg award? Yes, indeed. You get the honorable Zerg award. Now, Dark is scouting around to see if there's any kind of proxy here. Did he see the... Okay, doesn't see the Twilight Council. Oh, wait a second. Did I see... Yes! 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 More wild stuff! Let's freaking go! Let's go! I love this series! I love it! I love it! Oh my god, this is actually huge. Like, I'm almost having tears of joy. Actually, no, never mind. Never mind. I have tears of joy. What the hell? Why do I have tears of joy? I actually have tears of joy because of this. Oh my god, this is such a beautiful series. This is the type of StarCraft I want my viewers to see. Playing against Dark, you're already behind some gold Dark Shrine. Or when I had Dark Shrine. Yeah, When ahead, when behind, when even, when equal, when down, when up. Whatever Dark trying. That's the best way. So Dark realizes that there's no third base, so this is gonna be some kind of two base shenanigans as he sees these zealots. Now let's see if ReBellioN waits for a couple of DTs. Potentially gonna have to. Oh wait, he saw that there's no spore here, so he could actually try to go for something. There's a lair. Do we have an overseer? No overseer yet on the side of Dark. Dark doesn't realize this for now. Now ReBellioN tries to go in with the zealots on the other side. Gonna try to go into the natural. Gonna try to take down this spore. Oh, he has to back off though. Okay, Dark is going to actually have a bit of trouble here as the hatchery could get right click down. Overseer is actually morphing in. There is the prism as well to actually pick up those DTs once this finishes. The overseer is gonna be there. Where's the overseer? I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, there it is. Oh, but the hatchery actually falls, so this is gonna be really, really tough for Dark right now as the third base potentially. Okay, no third base yet. Okay, now the third base starts for ReBellioN in just a couple of seconds. Doesn't have the money yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna. Okay, never mind. He's not saving up for the third base. ReBellioN. Okay, never mind. Sorry, this is quite a wild series so far. Imagine, I cast the Hungarian Pro Series, then I decide, okay, I get rated, let's cast another for the viewers who just arrived to showcase something, and I nailed this this series. Beautiful cancel here by ReBellioN, but this is gonna be enough. Dark with a fat Roach army. I would say Roach Ravager, but Roach single Ravager. As he's gonna push through. Does he have enough? ReBellioN has the Immortal, but he's gonna have this Cybercore being taken down. That is going to open up some of the paths here. But looks like Dark doesn't really want to actually deal with this. He has the Zealots, and obviously he can just warp in Zealots. No issues whatsoever to speak of, because he's going to just have the charge, so those zealots are going to be super zealots compared to the usual blink plays when you have the blink stalkers lose a cybercore and you're basically gutted for the rest of the push, if you defend the push, of course. That's another question. Okay, so Dark goes for a fourth base as well. And it's almost finished, so ReBellioN has that third base coming in. It tries to do stuff with this, with these two Immortals, but doesn't look to be too successful for now. Let's try to hydrate while we actually wait for the action to continue. Dark is powering up like crazy. 30 Hydras were in the production tab. Another 10 on the way, and Lurker then as well. Do we have Hive? No Hive yet, so do we have an Infestation Pit? No Infestation Pit either, so it's gonna be Lurker on Lair Tech, which we don't really see that often, but I guess since this is a chaotic game, we can actually see it. So remember, this game started with a hatch block, and not a hatch block on the side of the Zerg, so it's not like, you know, the Protoss just walked across. It did walk across, but Dark decided, okay, you know what, if you want to be a smarty pants and then just want to hatch block me, then feel my wrath. Send the drone across, put a hatchery. Bit unfortunate on the time, on the position, because after that he tried to go into an Evo block as well, and the Evo block was unsuccessful because apparently it was right next to the Nexus's position, so the Nexus barely fit there. Imagine one hex to the right, and ReBellioN could be dead already. Let's see the engagement. Okay, Changeling is gonna get rid of. I'm pretty sure ReBellioN already saw this whole thing. Now this is looking quite scary because he needs to. Oh, never mind. actually doesn't warp in more zealots. I would like to see more zealots on the side of ReBellioN, to be honest, because he's gonna have to deal with a lot of hydras coming in from the north side, and now the Zerg is actually pushing through a couple of nice sports fields. There's no Ravagers to deal with this, but is this Protoss Arm? This Protoss Arm looks tiny compared to the Zerg. 134 supply for Dark on 64 workers, while the 85 of ReBellioN is looking mighty tough. Now Dark opens this path, so it's gonna be even more micro-ability. Beautiful force fields, but looks like a lot of the Hydras are in front. A bit of a hallucination here, but that won't fool anybody. A Colossus doesn't just grow from the ground, and that means that ReBellioN is going to get cleaned up here. Does he have anything? He doesn't have a recall, I believe. The Prism will get taken down, and there's a GG, as Dark will take this best of 3. Beautiful stuff. Huge shout out to ReBellioN, to be honest. He actually put up a show. And I'm so glad that we actually managed to cast this. Wow, this was a really fun one. Now, of course, for those who are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.